Facebook is lifting its ban on posts that claim COVID-19 was man-made or manufactured. Politico broke the story this morning after speaking with the spokesperson from Facebook. The social media giant had announced in February that it had expanded the list of false and misleading health claims. Facebook said it would remove any post which asserted that COVID-19 was man-made or manufactured. But this year, we've seen support increase for a fuller investigation into the origins of the deadly virus. Earlier this month, Sky News host Sharri Markson revealed a dossier that was developed by Western governments mounted the case against China's deliberate cover-up. She said it showed how the communist government had not acted like a responsible international citizen. The report centred on 5 primary themes from which the case against China has been built. That included the denial of human-to-human transmission, the silenced and disappeared doctors and journalists, China's reckless endangerment of other countries, and the suppression and destruction of evidence. Ms Markson was on with Fox News' Tucker Carlson, where she discussed the report.
Look, it's very clear from this 15-page dossier that's been prepared by concerned Western governments that China deliberately covered up evidence of the virus early on in a pure case of negligence, and this has directly contributed to thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people getting sick and dying the world over. These are just the facts that the dossier lays out, and you know, this isn't ideology, this isn't propaganda, these are just the facts.
David Asher, a former lead investigator, told Sharri Markson in March that at least 3 scientists at the Wuhan Institute of Virology were hospitalised in November 2019 with symptoms similar with the coronavirus. And that was weeks before China disclosed the outbreak to the world. Yesterday, reports emerged of the Biden administration shutting down an investigation into the Wuhan Institute at the centre of the COVID-19 lab leak theory. The probe was launched by then Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. But today, President Biden says he's actually asked the intelligence community to report within 90 days on the likely origins of COVID-19. Fox News delivered this report on Biden's credibility of handling the COVID-19 origin investigation.
Biden putting out a statement today that says the intel community is split between 2 likely scenarios on COVID's origin: a Wuhan lab leak or animal-to-human contact. They now have 90 days to report back to the president. Republican senators argue Biden didn't really have a choice.
Joe Biden and the Democrats need to stop their cover-up that is benefiting the Chinese communists at the expense of the American people.
The only reason that Biden's doing this is becoming untenable not to look into whether or not the virus originated in a Chinese lab. We need to find out what happened so it never happens again. And if the source of COVID-19 that turned the world upside down is from a lab in China, we need to hold China accountable.